So there's been a lot on the news recently about major fires. But if we look back in history, there was one fire that was even greater than any of these. A fire so catastrophic, it literally changed the way we insure our homes today. And that fire was in London in 1666. I'm Patrick. Let's talk about the Great Fire and how it changed home insurance. So the Great Fire of London started in a bakery in Pudding Street in London. That's just off London Wall. And it spread really quickly because the buildings used to be so close together. There wasn't even enough room for the fire brigade to use their hand pumps. So they had to go to the top of the buildings and literally pass water from person to person in a human chain. But it wasn't enough. The fire ravaged on. In fact, it got so bad they actually had to demolish buildings to stop the spread of the fire. In total, 500 acres were burnt, 13,200 people displaced. And in today's money, it would have been tens of millions of pounds to repair the damage. But to put it into perspective, this is one of the worst fires that have been seen in Western Europe in over 500 years. But what does that mean for us today, and what has it got to do with house insurance? Well, in the aftermath of the disaster, people started to think, what can we do to stop this happening again? And one of the things that came out of that was the idea of insurance. Before this, insurance was only for the very, very rich. They could insure their homes against things like theft or fire, but it was incredibly expensive. But after the Great Fire of London, they realised if everyone chipped in a small amount of money, they could cover the cost of rebuilding their homes, so long as they were all rebuilt in the same way. And this was the birth of home insurance. And it didn't stop there either. Shortly afterwards, London set up the first official fire brigade, as well as the first purpose-built fire station. That fire station is now actually a pub called the Fire Station on Great Fire Street, which, as you guessed, is all named after the Great Fire. This is one of the things we've been talking about a lot recently because next year is the 350th anniversary of that Great Fire. And there's going to be plenty going on in London to celebrate it. But one of the things I've got to celebrate is the fact that we can all now insure our homes properly. Thanks for watching. And if you want to know more about the history of insurance, follow for more.